Hey, what's going on? Strolling with me, I'm Todd. I want to welcome you to the channel. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. If you want to know where we're at, all you have to do is watch this video. We're at someplace from the 1800s. And today is Monday, May 11th. I told you I'm bad at saying the dates and stuff like that, but we'll get there. We'll slowly get there. Check this out here. Got this really cool bridge that we're going to cross. I definitely love coming to this part of the rail trail just to cross this bridge. And it would be really nice to live back here. There's a house that's back here. That's where this driveway leads to. It's been a while since we've been here. Hold on, Bubba. You know, the last time we were here, all this here was filled up with water. The tree wasn't there. Go take a gander at the other side. He definitely enjoys looking at it. Yeah, this is all full of water back over there. Definitely very peaceful. There's some good trout, or there used to be good trout in these creeks here. I haven't fished them for a long time, very, very long time. That's something I would like to get back into at some point. Even maybe if we go to the lake and do some fishing. I don't know if we'll be able to see well, you can sort of see the house. We're not going past the house. We have to go the opposite way. Here's a little bit of the house. I'll see if I can zoom in for you there. He's on a good smell, and we're playing tug of war. Got the railroad tracks. And got a barn. And we're gonna head down this way. And I see a rooster on the tracks. This ought to be interesting. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them on the other side there. I don't know if you can see them all. There's a few of them down there. Then we got Joey the squirrel hopping across the trail. He said, "What the heck is going on?" I don't think he's ever seen a rooster before. That's why I wasn't sure how he was going to react. He likes watching the birds and the rabbits and the squirrels and the deer and cows and stuff. But this will continue down this way for some ways. Now he's interested. He sees it crossing down there. So, Brohart Station and Gladfelder Station are named after early York County landowners who capitalized on using the Northern Central Railroad for business purposes. So, the farmers brought milk and produce to these stops to be shipped to urban centers for Baltimore, Washington, to Harrisburg and beyond. Pretty cool. They got the grist mill, saw, woolen mill, and other light industrial also used the rail to distribute their products. Very cool. It's sort of hard to read, but hopefully you can see that. I know there's not too many plaques along this rail trail, at least in the southern part. Like through some of the smaller towns, I feel there should be more plaques, but I guess that's what you would call them, plaques. But there's not. But we'll end up doing some videos and talking about some of the stuff here in future videos and stuff. That's one of the things that we were sort of planning on doing. So I did get a new camera. I have to set it up. It's annoying. I like things that I could just turn on and use and not have to set stuff up. I really miss them days where you could just turn it on and use it. You don't have to download an app and do this and do that and all this other stuff. There's a marker for the railroad. I think it's 49. I would believe that's maybe 49 miles maybe to the Maryland border. Not sure. And I'm most definitely probably wrong. Not really sure what the 49 is. If you know, let me know. Some little chickens. Very nice, very peaceful walk. There's an old bridge right there, but we can't go down there. It'd be a nice little piece of history to film there. That little tunnel bridge that goes over through there where the ferns are, but private property, so we have to respect that. I was thinking about getting a bike and then getting one of them little kitty things that you pull behind and putting him in it, but I don't know how he would do in that. I don't think he'd want to go in there too much. I'm just sort of thinking about it, laughing, because I can see the problems I would have with him. But again, maybe he might like it. Something to think about. And the reason why I was thinking about that is because it'd be a lot quicker to get down to these places instead of walking and stuff. You still get exercise riding a bike and stuff like that, but it wouldn't take quite as long to get to some of these places that I want to visit on the rail trail. But this is pretty flat for the most part. I think there is a slight bit of a slope, but not really too much that you can notice. Maybe if you're riding a bike you might be able to notice it, but walking you can't really tell too much. hear some water running down here. So there's an old house up there. Pretty cool. So I know there's houses around here. They may not look like it, but there are some houses. I can hear the water down there. Sound like a little tiny, like little waterfall of some sort. Got the squirrel over there barking at us, flapping his tail around. Very, very neat. Would definitely love to go check that out, but not with him. Not with him. Maybe some other time. And you have to watch out too, because there is a lot of signs that say no trespassing and stuff. So we just came up from that way at this little rest area here. Got him a little bowl of water. There's a path that goes down there, but there's also a gate that says private property, no trespassing. That's what I mean. There's signs around. Sometimes you'll get up in to the woods because this stuff here is really thick. So you might work up in there pretty good, and then you'll end up hitting some private property signs. But we got this side of the over here. There is a, he thinks he's going in somewhere. Let's walk down here. There's, stay. There's the creek down there. Hopefully you can see that. Pretty nice. I'm gonna let him finish getting a drink. I'm gonna walk down here and check this stuff out. Alright, so there's a sign here. It says Farm and Natural Land Trust of York County. This property has been preserved for the benefit of future generations through the Farm and Natural Land Trust of York County. Very awesome. That's good. There won't be any developments built there. But I'll tell you what, this place here has a lot of developments around compared to when I was growing up. It's crazy listening to your grandparents talk about how things were back when they were younger and what places used to be what and all this other stuff. That'd be a nice spot to go down there and just hang out. Let's go check out the other side. But yeah, I remember listening to my grandparents talking about that, and then I experienced it for myself. It's a nice long way down. Wonder if there's a date on this bridge here somewhere. Can't really tell with him. I don't believe there's a date anywhere. But I have to watch him because he just tried to jump up onto the whole wall. Go on over. he doesn't realize that that's a long way down if he slips. Well, I thought there was a cabin here, but there's not. That's pretty cool. I've seen the logs there through that brush, and I thought it was like a part of a cabin. Just a place for them to go over and do the farming, because I know they do farming through some of the fields around here on both sides of the trails, and there is crossings like that all through here. But it's moseying on down through. Got him a drink. Well, I gave him some water. He didn't want to drink, but it was offered. I got myself a drink. And let's see if this tunnel's around the corner or not. And take a look at this view. Got the Codorus Creek here. Very nice. Be nice to sit down there on that little rock island and just relax. So here's another one, 50. Maybe that is mile markers for something. I'm not exactly sure what they are. But hey, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really means a lot. And if you already subscribed, I want to thank you so much. It really does mean a lot to us that you subscribed. We have a lot of different plans, a lot of different ideas that we want to do. A lot of places that we want to try to go and see and learn about. That'd be really cool to see, because I guarantee that's like a little washway. But the water really comes ripping down through there. But I try to do these videos for, not just for myself, because if I just did them for myself, I wouldn't film them. I would just go and see them and take some pictures, and that's it. But I do them also for people that can't get out and can't do this. Thought I heard some deer up there. I hear something rattling around. Probably them darn squirrels. Yeah, if you use your imagination, you could see behind this rock here in this thick brush one of them old school train robbers hiding back there. If that's what it looked like back then. But yeah, we do these videos for people that can't get out and do it. Maybe someone can't walk, or someone's too sick to leave their house, and they want to go out, but they just can't. And other reasons too. You know, you never know what someone's reason is why they can't get out and see stuff. That's one good thing about YouTube and all the other platforms. You can see so much different stuff on there without leaving your house. We're on this big bend that goes around. It goes the whole way around there. There was another picnic area that we passed. And there was some person sitting there. I think maybe they might have been doing some stealth camping. Good place to be hanging out here. But I do see what we came to see. I don't want to spoil it right now. I'll wait till we get a little bit closer. I know you're probably really anxious. It's been a long video. I apologize. It's a long walk, so a lot of stuff to see, different stuff to talk about. But the moment we've been waiting for. I'll give you a shot from back here. She was gonna run us over. Probably not. But there is the Howard Tunnel. We're gonna walk up to it and check it out. Someone can't wait to get up there. Or maybe he's going to the tree. There's another sign there of saying this will all be preserved, which is very, very cool. There's a plaque up here, so let's go check the plaque out. All right, here is the plaque. I can see it better on my phone than I can there. Let's see. It says, rather than follow the south branch of the Codorus Creek winding course, the York and Maryland Line Railroad Company tunnel through this hill. This is right, because with the with this hill, with hand drills and black powder, 300-foot tunnel named for Revolutionary War hero Colin John Edgar Howard of Baltimore was completed in 1838 and faced with cut stone in 1840. Continues here. Before the Battle of Gettysburg, Union troops maintained a cannon on top of the hill to protect the tunnel from Confederates who have been wrecking railroad bridges and telegraph lines. Today, Howard Tunnel is the oldest continual used railroad tunnel in the United States. So this is the oldest one in the United States. And wait till you see the top of this tunnel. It's absolutely crazy to know that they put a cannon up there. I wonder if there's any remnants up there. That's really high up. Props to them, man. Wow, that's insane for them to lug a cannon up there. So they went way up top there with the cannon. Sorry about my finger. That's insane. They don't really justify how tall it is on camera. But that's really, really far up. Really far up. And then to lug a cannon up these hillsides and stuff. I don't know if the other side's any better, but we'll take a look. There you go. It says Howard Tunnel, 1840. Now, I've been wanting to come here for a long, long time. Today was the day. I knew it was going to be somewhat of a long walk. So I wanted to wait for a nice, cool, crisp day, especially with him. And it was definitely worth it. There's a plaque over here. When these people come through here, we'll read the plaque. All right, here's the plaque here. It says, Howard Tunnel has been placed on the National Registry of Historic Places by the United States Department of Interior. Very, very awesome. Very cool. I see more people walking up this way. You see the rock down here at the bottom? Look at the rock down there. Very cool. It's very dark. Not really sure what this would be. If you know what this would be, let me know. I didn't bring a flashlight with me. Maybe I'll turn my camera light on here in a minute. When we come back through, I'll turn my camera light on and see if we can see what's in there. This is so awesome. Very awesome. Too bad the missus ain't here, but maybe we'll come back up another time. You can see the rocks and stuff that they're sitting on. Pretty cool. Here's this side of the tunnel. Not sure what that red thing is up there.
Ellie.
All right. This is so awesome. If you ever get a chance, definitely recommend checking this out. Especially if you like tunnels or bridges or history or anything like that. I would love to go up top there and just check that out sometime. I don't think today, but sometime. All right. Oh, don't go back far. It just goes right to there. Now, there was a lady telling me that Union soldiers and stuff used to sleep in here. He almost stepped right on the, there's a grate down here he almost stepped on. But that's what that looks like. Really, really cool. Yeah, this is a really, really good sight to see. But this is an absolute amazing place to come see if you like tunnels, bridges, history, nature. There's so much nature here. It's absolutely amazing. So this is it right here. I finally came and saw the Howard Tunnel. Now we have to take our long journey back to the car. Get a thumbnail picture here. We don't know which way we're going, but I think that's going to do it for the day. I think we're going to head back to the car now. It took us, well, we loped up through here, so it took us probably about an hour or so, but he walked super slow, but that's okay. I'm not complaining about that. But if you walked a normal pace, it probably would take you like a half an hour or something maybe to get up here to see that. Really a sight to see. It's really, really awesome. Again, I want to thank you for checking out this channel. I want to thank you for subscribing. And remember, treat yourself and others with kindness. And have a great day, my friend. Have a really awesome day. Because you deserve it. We'll catch you on the next one. Little bonus footage here showing you this, this pretty crazy looking tree.